really be stopping talking about love any way that I know. I really be stopping talking, baby, any way that I know. I'm telling my woman right now, boys, with Mr. Soul and Soul. I cried.
Well, hello everyone. I thought I'd put a little video together inspired by my friend Zeek, who put his own video together of blues music, and he recommended some really good stuff. And for those who are new to the blues, or you know, if you're a veteran, but if you're new, you really need to educate yourself, because I'm no expert myself. I have basic knowledge, and but I do know this. I think blues music is divided between, you know, the Delta blues and later on Chicago blues or electric blues. And there's a lot more to it than that, but those are the two main forms that I think about blues music. And Zach focused more on the electric blues. I thought I'd do a quick video, 15-minute video, on acoustic blues and show you some of my CD collection from that genre of you know, blues music. And we'll start with the this is called the Charlie Patton, founder of the Delta Blues. (1929–1934), these recordings. And this is on the Yazoo label, which is a small label that specializes in historical acoustic blues recordings. And it comes with good liner notes about the music and the artist. Charlie Patton was most of these blues artists were, you know, raised in the South, the Delta, the cotton farms, the work camps, and really had that experience that the blues is based on. And so this is as real as you can get. Little gentleman here, Robert Johnson, who was really around a short time and only made about 50-something recordings, or sides they called them. And he died very young, and he inspired that story of going down to the crossroads and making a deal with the devil to play the guitar grand. But we won't go into that. There was a recording of his, you know, compilation called King of the Delta Blues, Robert Johnson, and people like Eric Clapton and Keith Richards got a hold of that records, and Jimmy Page, very influenced by Robert Johnson. This collection here came out in the late 80s. It was part of a box set on Columbia, and it contained a booklet of historical information on Robert Johnson and all of the bit, and it really raised his profile among musicians and the public. Okay. I have all of these are on CD. I know this is a vinyl community, but as Zach said, there was not a lot of these records pressed. It was something called race records, geared towards a certain audience, demographics, or whatever you call it, you know, and so not too many of them survive. So I gotta get this music on CDs. And Yahoo, did I pronounce that right? Yazoo, and anything you can get on Roots and Blues, which is a subsidiary of Columbia. Here's one called the slide guitar, Bottles, Knives, and Steel. That's the taking a steel, metal, or glass device and putting it on your fingers and to create a sound. So that was very popular in the blues. And also, you can find a lot of these. You can't find, you know, this in like Target or Walmart. You gotta go to your independent music dealer, you know, CD store, and you know, mom and pop, and they usually have a blues section. Good chance you can pick up a pretty good collection over time. Sleepy John S, if I pronounced it right, E-S-T-E-S. These recordings were done in the 30s, and we flip it over. You can see a little small town in those era cars. He made these recordings 1929, 41. He was forgotten about, and he lived in poverty. I mean, just say tar shack poverty, and he was rediscovered during the folk revival, as a lot of these great artists were. And my time is so short here, and I got so much to show. A lot of these musicians, they were self-taught, and they're incredible musicians. I mean, you know, they play at the simultaneously the bass and runs on the guitar, and you know, and then give it a little bit of a beat. It's just like a one-man band. Lonnie Johnson, Stepping on the Blues. Big Bill Broomsey. Nice picture of him there. He's kind of more of a, some of these blues artists eventually became professionals, and they dressed up. And another Big Bill Broomsey. Willie Dixon. Willie Dixon himself had quite a history with Chess Records. He wrote a lot of the songs for Howling Wolf and Muddy Waters. But he had a little group called Willie Dixon at the Big Three Trio, which is more of a kind of a uptown blues with piano, slap bass, and guitar. Skip James. These are recordings he made in the early 60s when he got rediscovered. And this is on the Vanguard label. Mance Lipcomb, if I pronounce his name right. He called himself, this is on the Archcolo label, if I pronounce it, A-R-H-O-O-L-I-E. And another one of his, great storyteller. He was more of a storyteller and what he called himself a songster. Tampa Red. a little bit more of an uptown type of sound. Buka White, who was actually related to B.B. King, and he actually went to prison for a murder, but eventually got out. Oh, he is one bad dude. Take a look at him. This is Fred McDowell. Look at that. I should have some music playing in the background, but I don't. I'll have to reboot the computer. Of course, this guy played acoustic blues and electric blues. Lightning Hopkins. He was quite a character. You know, he would be offered money to play bigger concert halls and all that, but he liked the dingy little nightclubs. And when he recorded, he did not get any residuals. Probably a lot of these blues players didn't, but he just pocketed the money and went on. But he was kind of a you think of, B.B. King being a kind of a uptown, nice suit, clothes, nice rings, uptown blues player, but Lightning Hopkins was satisfied with the stereotypical, blues player you see at a shotgun shack somewhere traveling in the South. But this is Aladdin recordings he made for the Aladdin label, and it's 2 CD set with nice booklet. And this is off a really off-brand label, Country Blues. And of course what we started out with was Big Joe Williams, and if you look closely, he rigged up his guitar. If you look on the right there where the pegs, turning pegs are, there's 3 more on the side there. So he played a 9-string guitar, which he rigged up himself. So there you have it. So if you want to get interested in the blues, a lot of the younger people just go to, people like Eric Clapton, Stevie Ray. That's fine. That's good. Oops, there's my egg timer. I got 1 minute left. But look at some of these artists, and this, I haven't even scratched the surface as far as what's out there. So go on the internet, do your research, get yourself a couple of books, do your homework, go to your local independent record stores, and start building a Delta Blues collection. You can go from there. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.